So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're getting ready to do the weekly movie hunt. Well, movie and pop culture hunt. So not expecting to find a lot of stuff, but I am interested to see what they did about rearranging my Barnes & Noble. My luck, they took all the damn movies out. But let's get out there. I want to at least try to find one thing in stores that we can buy during this hunt. So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Pardon me. Eh? Oh. Mi scusi. Mi scusi.
Excuse me while we go into Walmart. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, JeffMan316. I give away digital codes there and stuff and post funny reels and stuff. So, hey, look, I was in the food section before I went over to the movies and figures. And look at these cool little toppers they got on these snack crackers here. That's like the Hulk there. That's cool. Look, we got Baby Yoda, Grogu. Look, we got Toy Story. Who's back here? Sully. These are cool. I like them. I don't know if I like $6 worth, but I like them. Oh well. On to the hunt. Oh look, my arch nemesis. Look, you think he'll stop?
Stop! Or I'll say stop again.
You will stop. Holy shit, he's coming.
That's what she said.
Another good one.
You're on fire!
Oh my god, oh he did stop. Look, he's trying to get by. On the front rack here, let's just see, make sure they didn't add anything new. Doesn't look like it. They still got Minecraft, probably still have it for $38 fucking dollars, but Novocaine 4K still in here, 28. The Monkey 4K is 25. Long Legs. Look, somebody took it out of the security case. They got Megan, Gunslingers with Nick Cage. Got that Lethal Weapon. So, lots of cool Steelbooks. Over here, I don't think they added anything, but we'll make sure. The colors within. I watch my haul video for more about that. Hey, this St. Catherine. Somebody in one of their movie halls said this was an anthology movie. It doesn't look like an anthology movie to me. Anybody know anything about that? Put in the comments down below if you've seen it. I can't get it back in the hole.
That's what.
If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm gonna pop you.
Oh well. Not too much over here. Rolling Stones Better Man cover. It's $10. That Cleaner, I watched that on streaming, man. It's basically a poor man's Die Hard with a female lead. Wasn't the greatest. They try to do some swerves, but oh well. Over here, they did have the colors within. These Steelbooks were clearanced in a different store, but not in here. Thought I'd give you a glance at what was here at the front. Then it was somebody standing in the TV section, so I couldn't come up here at first, but they got that Superman and Lois. I buy those on my Blu-ray though, so I'll skip over that DVD set. Got the SpongeBob, like the 300 greatest episodes. Dukes of Hazzard. That Drew Carey, I did an unboxing on the channel, so check that out. Night Court is $60. I'm going to eventually get that. Down here at the horror section, some people said they were finding clearance stuff. They did restock the Goosebumps, but yeah, they said that Jaws tumbler was like $3. I got Megan there, that figure. This stuff over here, shit, nobody's buying most of this Jurassic Park stuff or like this. Who's going to buy a no weenies allowed sign? Now, if they clearance that for like $1, I will buy it. Over here on the side, they got these cool retro slip covers, man. Those things look awesome. Did you guys double dip on any of those? I'm just giving you a quick glance. And then their $5 section is actually an end cap. They got some horror stuff. The Unholy, Last Voyage of the Demeter, Lisa Frankenstein, the new Hellboy, UHF. So talk to me. Got some decent horror stuff in the $5 bin, if that's your cup of tea. And the figures, there's your Superman stuff. They didn't add anything new, so I'm not gonna bore you there. Not a lot in this store, man. Same shit, different day. Star Wars, looking pretty light. They never have Marvel Legends anymore. They got these Marvel Studios figures down here. They haven't stocked the Stone Cold Steve Austin Ultimate Edition. They got a couple of these Monday Night Wars, Triple H, British Bulldog. They do have the slap bands back. Did anybody buy any of those? I'm going to try to dig through here. I'm going to look, see if I can feel around and feel that Undertaker Legacy title. I'm going to get one of those, and we'll open it up in the haul video. Let's do that.
Yeah!
And not much over here. AEW's pretty cleaned out. They don't get much of that. In the clearance section over here on an end cap, I found the Strangers. And then I did see this. The Hunger Games 3747. That's a big set. I don't remember that even being in stores. What was in that thing? Put in the comments down below. Not seeing much else here.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, mi scusi.
Oh, no!
Mi scusi.
Yeah, excuse me while we go into what I call the tower target. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Toy wise over here, they got some of the Legends figures. Rosie. They don't have the Chase. I was looking for the Chase. They do have Kurt Angle. I heard somebody said some of these were clearanced. We got a clearance tag up there. I would have to scan them, but they'd have to be probably like $10 before I'd buy it. You got Rock and Cena. Oh, I thought that was new. That's been out before. That Hogan Mean Gene I've seen. Carlito. Roman and Seth top picks. Pretty decent figures. So, anything down here? Not seeing too much. Let's go over to this section. How to Train Your Dragon, Transformers. That's the new Superman. That's the Battle Damage Gold label. And then they got the regular there. And then they got a Platinum Edition Batman. We got several DC figures there. Anything else? Gold label. That one's on clearance, but it's not clearance enough for me. Hey, look. They did stock these. That's the first time I've seen the Engineer in this store. Along with Mr. Terrific. Who else is up here? Anybody? Nope, that was the only two new ones that I saw. Got this Wolverine. Hey, I haven't seen that one before from X-Men 97. That's a nice looking figure. Not paying 20, what is it, like $25 for that. Then they got these Superpowers Atoms. I want to get the Superpower ones from the new Superman movie. I collected Superpowers back in the day, the vintage Superpowers. Did you guys ever collect any of that? Got some of these big Batmans on clearance, but the price is torn off, so I don't know how much it is. They got that Uncanny X-Men. That's barely even any clearance. Got that little Captain America Hulk. What's over here? Got some clearance Star Wars. These clearance prices suck. No, that's not bad. I like the looks of that Evil Lyn. Got that Dragon Blaster Skeletor. Then they got this end cap here. Bunch of the Superman figures. Nothing new. Same stuff we saw last week. So not going to dig through there. On the way back to the back, all these wonderful books that they always sell. And shit, man, this thing is still empty. They never put anything new in the NECA section. Got some Street Fighter figures. What a waste of fucking time, man. Chun-Li. Looks like they got both versions of that. The one in red, the one in blue. So that's pretty easy chase. I've seen that multiple times. Got one Batman cowl. Damn, man. When are you going to stock new NECA figures? Let's call somebody and find out. Yeah, they're morons for not stocking anything new in here other than that Superman pop. What's this? Oh, I thought that was something cool. That's from Futurama. It's kind of lame. Even their pop section is lame. Yeah. Got Beetlejuice there. All right, I'm getting out of this section. On the way out, their clearance section, they got some vinyl clearanced. And look, Wish, that's clearance. Yeah, I wish they would stock some shit in this Target. Otherwise, have a beautiful, terrible day. Yeah, that's what I'm having in this store. A terrible day. Yeah, that's what I tell Target. On the way out, look, I was talking to somebody about this. They do have the 50 years later Jaws time with a Life magazine. It's the same magazine instead of the 45th logo on the front. They got the 50th. Let's put this in the front, though. Yep, let's get into Barnes & Noble and see how they destroyed the physical media section. Remember last week, couldn't even look. They were ripping it apart, moving everything around. So right over here in this first section is where they usually have some sales titles. The sign's gone. There's no stickers on any of this. For whom the bell tolls. That's new up here. So this is the same shit they had as last week. Not even seeing anything good on sale. Jaws on DVD you can find in the Walmart $5 bin. Got Wicked with a slipcover. None of these titles have sales stickers, so it's probably not any use in looking through here. So they've already removed all the sales stickers. Conclave. Damn, this is very disappointing. I thought maybe after all that moving around last week, they would put some shit out here.
Found anything yet? We ain't found shit.
Yep, we ain't found shit in this section. So they moved all the sale stuff over here, the $5 and $7.99 stuff. What's this? So this was a anime section. Now it looks like it's a bunch of Steelbooks. Got Lethal Weapon, Escape from New York, Evil Dead, The Fog, Gladiator 2, some Mission Impossible, Creep Show, Blazing Saddles, Tommy Boy. A lot of Steelbooks came out in the last 6 months to a year. Megan, a ton of anime Steelbooks. Studio Ghibli. That's not a Steelbook, but oh well. So a lot of good Steelbook titles. I don't know what that is. Anybody let me know in the comments down below if that's any good. I keep seeing it in stores. They got this read and watch section. I don't know what you're reading about Beetlejuice, but either way.
The National Roof Program, Reading is Fundamental, brings these boys and girls all kinds of books.
They got the Dexter Steelbook. Got this Turner Classic Movie section, Blazing Saddles. No slipcover. You can get that in Walmart for $20 with one of those new retro slipcovers. There's your Clint Eastwood. The Ring, that'd be a good price. That Platoon is too high. Prophecy, I don't remember seeing that in here before. Got the Lord of the Rings, Vice Squad, Kingpin. So Kino Lorber is, I guess, 30% off normally. Snake Eyes, Sneakers, War Games, Time Cop, Full Metal Jacket. There's that Long Legs, Megan. So not a lot in this section. Very disappointed so far in the stuff they moved around. Here's their TV selection. Got that Avatar. I remember when that was 50% off. Not sure what that is. Oh well. Got some Doctor Who. I remember that came out last week, I think. The War Games. Is that one of the ones they colorized? Your newly colorized edit of a classic adventure. Includes loads of bonus features. Holy shit, it's got loads. They dropped loads in there. There's the season 1 of that Doctor. I didn't like that Doctor at all. I'm glad he didn't last very long. A lot of Doctor Who. Doctor Who and Star Trek. You can count on finding in Barnes & Noble. Don't see where they added anything else. Here's the children's section, or the family section. Great Mouse Detective's pretty good. Not really seeing anything there. And then here's some anime stuff. So they took the anime stuff off of the rack over there. There's a pretty thick case version of this Dan to Dan. Sha-na-na. Drama. Oh, here's my great, look at this Criterion selection. Room 666. Town Bloody Hall. That's fucking it. That's my Criterion selection section right there.
That's Bush. Bush League.
You hear me? Andre! Look at me!
They do have the Arrow titles separated out. Andromeda Strain, The Cell, Cruising, Torso. I'm so distraught. So they didn't add any Criterions back in here. What kind of bullshit is this?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
You got the A24 section. I'm not seeing any of the new releases. This is so disappointing. I'm distraught. They got fucking Minecraft over here out the ass, but they don't have anything else any good. Alright, so look, they scooted everything down. Look, they got this big gap here, so it looks like they removed stuff instead of adding stuff. So I could see a time here in the next year or so where my Barnes & Noble probably just won't even be worth coming in here. Bottoms is pretty good. Born on the 4th of July. That's timely for the holiday we just had. Silver Screen Icons, Bogey and Bacall. Hey, The Big Heat. That's a new release Criterion. Wow, we actually got a new Criterion and it's 50% off. Wow. One. Yeah, one Criterion. Ha 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 ha. Dude, that was on sale in Walmart for like $25, I think. Cool Hand Luke with a slipcover still. Shit, I am not seeing anything good. Donovan's Reef hadn't been that long ago came out. Maybe as new stuff comes out, they'll start adding it back in. Maybe that's what they did. Cleared out a bunch of old shit. A lot of DVDs still in here, man. Are people still buying DVDs?
And I love DVDs, right? I like to be about a decade behind everybody else, you know? So I'm just now getting into them. And it's a good time because they're cheap, right?
I guess from the sales numbers they are. Last Breath. Last Tango in Paris. I got excited. Wait a minute. There's Jaws with the slipcover, so they don't have the Steelbook. But I was finding the Steelbook in Walmart. But I was saying I got excited because I found that Vinegar Syndrome title in here, and then they never added any other ones that I saw. I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. I haven't watched that yet. I heard it was really good. We talked about this on one of my live streams. The Hustler, excellent. And The Color of Money, also excellent. What else? There's that new Hellboy. I haven't watched it yet. What do you guys think of that? I ended up getting one of the foreign 4K releases of that. A Haunting in Venice. I haven't watched that before. Let me know in the comments if that's any good. Green Border. Don't know what that is. Mean Girls. Nothing really cool with Mickey 17 with a slipcover. Got a Simple Life from Arrow down there. This is an old Slapshot Steelbook. I think it's only on Blu-ray though. Kept a lot of old shit. Nate and Hayes is a older movie that I highly recommend. It's really good action adventure movie. Got some comedy sprinkled in with. Peacemaker, I think that came out last week, so at least they did stock something new. The President's Wife. Never heard of that. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what that is. They got movies in the... Why is that in a fucking security case? It's a DVD. You get rid of Criterions and you put your DVDs in security cases?
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
There's Road Trip. Highly recommend that and Euro Trip. Both of those are funny as hell. Sabrina just came out recently. That's the original. Yep, scraping the bottom of the barrel here to find anything to show you guys. So, a little disappointed. Thought they would have added something new, but I guess not. So, let's see if we can find one more place to stop. I'll head into one more Walmart, just looking mostly for clearance stuff or action figures or something like that. So somebody asked me, how did I know that's the wrong figure? Look, there's no articulation in the middle of the body, so it's not an elite figure. Like that, you see the crunch in the middle? That Cody's missing that. That's an old basic figure, and he's supposed to be in black. So somebody did a fig swap there. Yeah, and I'm going to definitely get one of these. Looks like these are popping back up in stores. Over in the clearance section here in this store, they did have some turtles. Look, for 15 bucks. You can get the Eastman turtles there. That's kind of cool. It's been opened, though. What is this? Pokemon. Got this Boris Karloff, the Mummy figure for $12.50. That's pretty nice. I have to scan that. Normally 35 bucks. Got a Black Panther t-shirt. Got some Gundam for $7.50. I'm not into that, but check your clearance sections. You might be able to find you some cheap Gundam. This store had value movies on the rack, the $5 ones. So I thought I'd give it a glance, see if we saw anything new. They got this Tom Selleck movie I hadn't seen before. They got The Flash. They got the Jaws 3 movie collection, Plane, Twister, Dune. Got that 4 movie collection with Johnny Mnemonic. And look, they got a Shout collection, 3 films here for $5. Definitely might have to pick that up. Yeah, Lifeforms, Star Abyss. I bet those are classic. That's the prequel to Rosemary's Baby. They got Pearl. They got Cloverfield. They got Adam Sandler collection. They got Beetlejuice. Austin Powers. These multi-film sets for $5 are a good way to get into movie collecting if you haven't already. Even got some family stuff. Look, Crypto 2 with Scooby-Doo. Just in time for the Superman movie to come out. Just give a quick glance over here. Make sure they didn't add anything new. A lot of this is the stuff that was in with the retro covers. So I think that's going to about do it. They didn't have anything new in the new release section. So let's look online and see if anything else should have been in stores. So what's up, everybody? Let's check online and see what was released this week that we more than likely didn't see in stores because it was pretty empty this week. But you got the Big Heat 4K. That's a Criterion release. You know, my store sucks. Got rid of their Criterions, but we actually saw the Big Heat in there, so that's weird. Warfare came out as a digipack from A24. You got Alexander Revisited, the final cut. You know, I'm not a huge fan of that movie, so I'm thinking I'm okay with my Blu-ray of that. You got Death of a Unicorn digipack as another A24 release. So I actually kind of liked that movie. It wasn't as good as I hoped, but I think I did an out-of-theater reaction on that, so check it out. Primary Colors 4K. That's a Shout Select title. Once again, I don't think I'm going to pick that up on 4K. I think I'm good enough with my previous release. You got Ultraman, The Adventure Begins. You got the Big Heat, that's your Blu-ray. You got the Warfare digipack. I'm assuming that's probably, is one of them the Blu-ray and one of them the 4K? Maybe that's the A24 online exclusive cover. You got The Devil's Sword, Children of a Violent Rome. Yeah, there's not a lot coming out this week. Call of the Night Season 1, Lost Country, Kitty's Hot Tub of Delights. Really? Okay, Widow, 9 Ring, Golden Dagger. And that's it, but look ahead. Tons of new stuff coming out next week, including Sinners. And I'm going to just go ahead and tell you, I'll give you a preview. Dude, I watched Sinners. I waited. I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it on HBO Max. I mean, that first hour is very boring. It does get good within the last hour, but man, I don't know that that's a movie that I would rewatch over and over again. So I'm sorry. I know I'm in the minority, but yeah, I didn't pre-order the Steelbook because I didn't think I'd like the movie. So I should have, because I could have just sold it. But either way, yeah, not a lot coming out this week. So let's get home. Let's close out this video, and I appreciate you guys watching. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. As it says on the sign back there, JeffMan316 Live. We usually join together right here on this channel Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern is what I'm switching to, but we usually do it at 10. But I'm going to try some at 9 to see how it goes. So join me as we watch along to a movie. We talk about pop culture, physical media, wrestling, anything else you guys want to talk about. I love when you guys come over and join me to talk. But yeah, hey, the movie hunt, might have been a little boring to some of you who watch all my hunts because there wasn't a lot out in stores. But at least I did find a couple things that might be worth picking up. Now, how are you going to know what I picked up? Well, the next video is usually the haul video. Now, it's going to be a really small one, but I did pick up a couple things, and I got a couple things in the mail. One that was late from last week that I'll show in there. So watch the haul video next. And then I got a couple other things. I got my Goodwill rant fired up. I got my next Goodwill hunt. I got the other thrifting one that my wife went and found some movies again. And then I got where I did some thrifting in the same store. So I don't know what order I'm going to do those in. So just watch out. So a lot of good content coming up on the channel. I really appreciate all the support you guys give me always. So continue to do that. How you do that, the easiest way, if you don't want to support me like with PayPal or Cashapp, which is down below, is just dropping a like on the video. Liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the content, getting the word out there. Almost, I think we're like a little shy of maybe like 150 or so from 4,000 subscribers. So I'm going to do a giveaway when I hit 4,000, and hopefully it won't take too much longer. And like I said, if you guys keep sharing the content, spreading the word, and letting people know to come over and help support the channel, we'll get there sooner rather than later. So I really appreciate it. If you are a subscriber, you rule, but make sure once you subscribe you hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
I see. Running away, eh? You yellow bastards!